Greetings, fellow humans, it is I, Mr. Sabman, and today I'm going to bring you a tale of terror. That's right, true Craigslist horror story. Let's begin. It was a cold winter's night. I was sitting home alone and there was nothing much to do. I didn't feel like watching TV or playing video games, so I pulled out my phone and I scrolled through Facebook a bunch of times and there was nothing interesting on there or in any other social media. I started to feel extremely lonely. It was at that point I decided to go on Craigslist and check out some of the personals ads. I read through a bunch of uninteresting posts and really got bored, and then I clicked on the casual encounters button and I found nothing until I got to the very end. The last ad at the bottom of the page caught my eye. The headline read, "Lonely Sexy Redhead Wants to Play." So I clicked on the ad and it said she lives in my city and is willing to host. Your pick gets mine. So I fixed myself up a little bit and I took a selfie, uploaded it, and responded to her post. Within a few minutes I received a reply. There were no words, just a picture of an extremely beautiful red-headed woman barely wearing anything. So I sent a message back to her asking if she wanted to hang out. About 10 minutes later I got a reply. It said, "Sure, meet me at so-and-so diner. We can have a bite and see where it goes from there." So I dashed up the stairs, took a quick shower, put on some decent clothes, and headed out the door. I didn't forget my emergency bag with a change of clothes and some other items just in case I needed them. So here I am, sitting in a booth, sipping on some coffee, waiting to see if anything's gonna happen, or if I'm just wasting my time. I was sitting there for about a half an hour, just about ready to leave, when I saw the woman from the ad walk through the door. She was a real knockout. She looked exactly like she did in the pic, if not better. She scoped out the place and then she saw me sitting in the corner booth. She gave a little smile and started heading towards me. As she approached, I stood to welcome her, our eyes met, and we sat down together. The waitress came right over and asked her what she would like. She ordered a Coke and a plate of cheese fries. After the waitress departed the table, the woman looked at me and said, "Hi, my name's Grace." I introduced myself and we both confessed that we had never done anything like this before, meaning never meeting complete strangers off the internet in a diner on a Sunday night. After we got past that, she said she had just broken up with her boyfriend a couple days ago and she was feeling extremely lonely. I told her that I've been single for a very long time and was feeling lonely as well. Then the conversation turned to movies from the 80s. We began exchanging movie quotes and laughing it up, having a really swell time. We had the same taste in music and a love for video games. It was then I let my guard down. She was pretty awesome, and we were really enjoying each other's company. Then she said it would be okay if I came with her back to her apartment. It's only a few blocks away. I thought to myself, yes, this is awesome! As we left the diner, we were holding hands and we were in really great spirits. We walked out of the diner right up to her apartment building and went up 3 flights of stairs to her flat. We went in, she turned on the lights. After that, she turned to me, looked me in the eyes, and planted an extremely romantic kiss on me. She sat down on her couch and signaled me to sit right next to her. She grabbed her remote and flipped on Netflix. Soon, we were watching a dumb movie, making sarcastic remarks and laughing our asses off. When the movie was over, she was all over me. Things were getting hot and we were about to go into the bedroom. Just then, there was a loud, unholy thud. It came from the apartment upstairs. Grace was a little freaked out. She suggested that we go and check it out. We got our jackets on and headed out the door. There was a weird-looking truck parked in front of the building that wasn't there earlier. We went up to the stairs to the 3rd floor apartment. The door was ajar. We went into the apartment and saw a woman on the floor. Grace ran over to her. "Julie! Julie!" she screamed. Julie was a friend of Grace, and she was laying there dead. Grace was crying uncontrollably. I pulled out my phone to call the police, but before I could, 2 men in ski masks rushed into the room and grabbed me. They threw me into the wall and I hit my head pretty hard. My phone was knocked out of my hand and it landed across the room. I was in a daze, down on one knee, and then the 2 men went after Grace. Grace gave one of them a shot to the ball bag and tried to fight off the other guy. I was able to get to my feet and I went to help Grace. With the 1 man on the ground holding his crotch, I found myself in a scrap with a masked man. Grace managed to get a hold of my phone and dial 911. I grabbed the villain and I gave him a few power shots to the kidneys. He landed a few punches on my jaw, but I got the better of him. The other man that Grace had punched in the balls had gotten up and he was staggering around. Grace grabbed an old whiskey bottle and smashed it over his head. He was out cold. It was about that time the police arrived. 2 men were arrested and Grace and I gave our statements. After nearly 2 hours of talking with the police, they finally told us we were free to go. I walked with Grace to the parking lot. She had called a friend to come and pick her up. She said she was sorry things happened the way they did, and then she got in her friend's car and they sped away. So then I walked very slowly back to the diner's parking lot. I could still see the red and blue lights from the police car still on the scene. I got in my car and I drove home. 3 days later, I got a text from Grace. She got back together with her boyfriend and they were moving out of state. She asked me never to contact her again. So now, when I'm feeling lonely, all I have to do is remember this horrible night.